Alright, darling. Time for your next lesson. I know that you're tired, dear, but that's because you've been in bed for the past few weeks. You won't get your strength back completely unless you push yourself a bit. But only a bit, do you hear me? No more than I think you can handle, at least for now. Yes, the guards outside are still patrolling, but we haven't heard from your father in weeks. I don't think you have anything to fear from him. He knows he's lost this battle. He can't defeat the king, no matter how many allies he makes with the king's enemies. Oh, my darling. When will you learn that your safety is important to me? Ever since I found you out in the rain, I can't help but worry about you and care for you. My lady, you were the one who asked me to teach you these things. In order to learn, you have to practice. I don't want you unprepared if you're ever in need of these skills. Good. Now bring that box over here so we can get what we need. Alright. I need you to grab 3 of the bottles from the corner. But first, grab the mortar and pestle. You'll need them. Now watch closely. You need to do this much of each herb. Then you have to grind them into as fine a powder as you possibly can. Once you've done that, you'll dissolve it in some hot water. This should bring the fever down. However, if the patient's fever is too high, the only thing you can do is bathe them in cool water. And hope that you can get the temperature down enough so they wake up again. Yes, that's what I gave you when you were ill. I'll tell you later. Right now you need to grind those herbs. We actually need them soon. I've just received message that a villager is ill, and they'll need this mixture right away. Now grind it, please. We need to finish as soon as possible. Yes, I am taking you with me this time. I think it's time to see what your bedside manner is like. The guards will accompany us, albeit a short distance away. If there's any sign of danger, they will take care of any possible threat. I know you're still afraid, but you don't need to be. As long as I'm with you, and the guards are nearby, nothing can happen. It doesn't matter what sort of allies he has made. They are no match for the training these guards go through. The king is very strict about his requirements to keep his people safe. I know it, because when I spent some time with the king, he was evaluating potential guards. It was very brutal to watch, to be honest. I almost feared for several of the young men, because of how dangerous the tests were. No, nothing like that. However, they did get injured a fair amount, and didn't properly care for their wounds as quickly as I would have liked. Yes, that's a fine enough powder. Now we will put it into this pouch, and prepare to depart for our short journey to the village, to care for the people. I'm also going to grab these bags to take with us in case we have to care for any wounds or other illnesses that we weren't told about. I'm afraid they can't always send someone here when someone's injured or ill. Unfortunately, most are afraid that either it'll be too late by the time they get here, or they think they can care of it on their own and are unsuccessful, resulting in me being called upon. Yes, I usually go to the town prepared for anything. Why didn't I live closer to the village? My darling, that is a long story to tell. A fair point indeed to point out all that you've revealed to me. Alright, I will tell you. You're welcome. I don't live closer because the house I currently live in, it was my parents' farm, but they've died. Now I live there, farming and healing people with the herbs that I grow. I also try to grow enough food for the people who cannot successfully grow their own, nor can afford to purchase them from the markets. Well, I suppose that is a fair question to ask. I don't want the king to take care of me in that way, because I've always cared for him instead. What do I mean? Well, when I was younger, I was tasked with being a mentor of sorts. Yes, I know I was a bit young to do that, but I had far matured past my living years. Besides, my cousin was a bit of a troublemaker. I, however, was very well behaved. And why would you doubt that? Because I'm too serious. And what, pray tell, is that supposed to mean? Uptight. I am not uptight. What the hell is that supposed to mean? Uptight. And I'm the King of England. Oh, you're right. The example doesn't really work in this case, but you know what I mean. Well then, perhaps I need to make sure you're actually caring for yourself properly. My dear, I've noticed you hardly eat anything, and it worries me. Oh my god. The more I hear about this man, the more I view him as nothing but a monster. How could he do that to you? Telling you aren't attractive, you need to limit how much you can eat so you can be attractive. God, as if I get my hands on him. No, it's not alright. No person, male or female, should have to listen to another person telling them if they need to harm themselves to be more attractive. It is a disgusting practice, and if I have anything to say about it, they would be gone in a moment. Darling, you are beautiful just the way you are. Your father is absolutely wrong. From what I've heard, almost everything he does when it involves you is wrong. Now that you're safe with me, I can show you a whole new life. We'll talk more about it when my cousin arrives. Last I heard from him... Oh. Just a moment. May I... Oh, thank you, shall. Okay then. Just walk away. That's just strange. Normally messengers speak. Well, it looks like this is going to be sooner than expected. It's a note from my cousin, telling me he'll arrive in a few hours' time. Indeed, I do look forward to his visit, although I have a feeling he is in need of something. I haven't seen him in months, and now out of the blue he is coming here, and fairly quickly at that. Something has to be wrong. Suppose we'll find out soon enough. Are you okay? You suddenly look pale, dear. If you're so tired, why don't you try to rest? I can take care of the patients in the village myself. Darling, I won't take any arguments. Go rest. I'll wake you later when I return. Rest well, dear. Try to be quiet for a bit. She's resting. When pale earlier, it had me worried. Especially with some of the things she's told me of her father. I hate to think of her being treated that way. It was so long.
Everyone has been informed to keep watch for him. Those in the markets, the guards, other knights. Everyone.
That's good.
How is she doing? Is she alright? Your original message was quite cryptic, and as of late, the only things you said were doing better, need to talk, urgent.
Well, I couldn't very well risk our father knowing anything. It's bad enough he found out she was here. I originally sent a message the night I found her, but he managed to intercept it and found out where she was. That was a very fierce conversation, if I do say.
Dear God. A fierce conversation? That's not good. Normally a fierce conversation for you is still considered mellow. You rarely ever get above your normal tone and volume.
I did indeed raise my voice to him, although I felt it was justified. She was bruised, she's been injured multiple times, and I could tell he beat her. It angered me so much. What beast would do that to a delicate flower like her?
It sounds horrific. I can't imagine the torture she's managed to endure.
I know what you... What was that?
I think it came from the other room.
Oh god. Darling, wake up. Open your eyes. Come on, wake up. Please, I need you to wake up.
What's going on? Is she alright?
No. If I were to guess, she's having another nightmare. With the way she's thrashing, though, she's gonna hurt herself. God, every time I have to awaken her, I only feel more hatred towards the monster that's done this to her.
Ash, grab her.
Shit, darling. Darling, it's me. It's just me. I'm here. You're safe. Oh. I know, dear. Let it out. It's alright to cry. You've already been through so much already.
Dear God. This is much worse than I imagined. Ash, what can I do to help?
Can you go make the tea I showed you how to make years ago? The one to help calm a person down.
That's the only thing I know how to make, dear cousin. I admit I've gotten a bit lazy, having people do everything for me. I let a pot of water boil over, and was banished from my own kitchen.
Well, I entrust you with mine. Please hurry. If we can't get her calmed down, I'm afraid she may panic much worse and cause herself to lose consciousness again. And I don't know how long that would take to wake her up again.
I'll be back as quickly as I can be. Is everything still in the same place?
Yes, it is.
Good. Then I shouldn't have any trouble.
Darling, look at me, please. That's right, love. Open your eyes, look at me. Now breathe. In. Hold for 1, 2, 3, and out. Do it again. Breathe in. Hold for 1, 2, 3, and breathe out. Calm down a bit. Do you feel my arms around you? That's right. You're safe with me. Breathe, my dear. You'll always be safe with me. How badly does it hurt? Oh dear, that's not good at all.
Ash, here's the tea. I added some honey to it as well. I hope that makes it taste better. Here you are, miss. I believe this was ordered by the doctor himself.
Yes, dear. This is my cousin. Now please, drink the tea. You're shaking so much, which tells me you need time to calm down a bit more. Here, I'll hold it for you, love. There you are. Slowly. What do you need me to help you to do?
Do I need to step out of the room?
Up to you, dear. What do you think? God, it must be torturing you if you're willing to admit that. You hate telling me you're even in a small amount of pain, or slightly uncomfortable. Cousin, please come help me. I can lift her on my own just fine, but with the two of us we may be able to prevent some unnecessary pain being caused.
Of course. Just tell me what to do.
Love, you aren't being a burden on anyone. You can't keep pushing yourself like this. You'll only hurt yourself worse. I know you said you can wrap your ribs yourself, but you don't have to. Besides, I should probably do it anyway, just to be safe.
No, miss, it's no trouble. To be honest, it makes me feel useful for once. I spend all day, every day, giving orders. I feel like I don't do anything. Please, let me actually be of some help for once. Thank you, my lady. Hey, no scolding me for something so petty. I merely called you my lady. I am the king. I can call you whatever I choose to call you, Lady Woodward. So if I decide to call you the most beautiful woman there is in the kingdom, you accept it and move on.
Damn, I haven't managed to silence her like that. Cousin, apparently you still haven't lost your touch of flattery.
I get plenty of practice with my wife. Which reminds me, Ash, when will you let me set you up? You're so cut off here. You need a companion, a wife, a nurse, whatever. What would happen if you were to become ill or injured, and there was no one to care for you? You don't say, Lady Woodward. You'd like to learn to become his nurse and assist him? Well then. Ash, I suppose it's up to you. What do you say? Would you take a nurse, if nothing more than for my peace of mind?
I suppose I've been outnumbered on this. Fine, I will take our dear Lady Woodward on as a nurse. If she listens and allows herself to heal before we start the more intense things she must learn. And she has to tell me if she is in the slightest bit of pain or is in need of anything. Well, now that we're in agreement, my lady, let's wrap those ribs so they can heal properly. And you still need to finish drinking that tea. Well, now that we're in agreement, my lady, let's wrap those ribs so they can heal properly. And you still need to finish drinking that tea. It'll help with the pain, so it'll also help with the panic you've been feeling for a bit. Yes, I did go to the village and care for the man that needed it. What? This? Oh, it's nothing. Just a little scratch I got from taking care of a child that decided to get into some mischief. It'll heal.
Our dearest Lady Woodward has correctly evaluated the situation. From where I'm standing, you, sir, shall go and get everything that is needed to properly care for that wound. And your darling lady shall take care of it for you, as it won't strain her too much to do so.
No, really, it's fine. I'll take care of it in a while. I just need to make sure she's comfortable and cared for.
See? This is why I want you to have a nurse. So someone will take care for the man that cares for all. You can't just push yourself like this and risk infection, cousin. You have to learn to care for yourself too.
Yes, my lady. I will go and get the things you need now and return.
Good God. She's already managed to tame you a bit.
What can I say? She's got the softest, most healing touch I've felt in a long while. Here you are, my lady.
Don't look like she's going to bite your head off, Ash. Any fool would see that she's quite attracted to you.
I always hate disinfecting wounds. It hurts like hell. Is it? I didn't think it was that deep. Genuinely thought it was just a light scratch. Didn't think anything of it.
Well, now that you have someone to take care of you, I can rest easier tonight. And any other night I rest.
Just be careful when you wrap it. It's a bit tender. Of course, love. I know you won't hurt me on purpose. That's right. Put the salve on. And then wrap it. There. Taken care of. All better. You don't have to worry about me. I'm absolutely fine.
Well, since you two lovebirds want to make each other smile and giggle, I'm going downstairs to give a report. I have a feeling the former Lord Woodward is attempting to devise some plan to reclaim his daughter. I'm of a mind to move the two of you for a couple of weeks, if only to keep you safe. I want to set a trap and try to capture him before he causes too many problems. He's already been issuing threats of overtaking the throne. No, my lady, this isn't because of you. Even if it were, this is a fight I believe in. No man should treat his daughter the way your father did. He's done nothing your whole life but put you down, and that is going to end. You are hereby elected into Ash's care, and if you are removed from his care for any reason other than to benefit me through care, there shall be consequences.
I actually originally made myself the request that you stay here with me. I didn't realize how lonely I'd gotten living by myself. Alas, my darling, I am glad that you are to join me here. Because even finding you soaked and bruised on the side of the road, I couldn't help but fall in love with you. Your beauty matches that of a rose immediately after a delicate rain. The beauty of a water droplet upon the petals only served to make them more alluring. I was drawn to you from the first time you opened your eyes, with a slither of trust in me within them. I love you, my darling, and I can't imagine my life without you now. This video has a companion video on the Script Guild YouTube channel showing you how I made it all. Because I've, received a few requests to make a proper tutorial. So, I figured I'd make one. there is a link in the description to the video, and I'll put an end card for it and everything else. Thank you for watching, and on with the regular outtakes.
For you see, this chamber has no windows and no doors, which leaves you with this chilling challenge to find a way out. Of course, there's always my way. I'm going to bomb Croatia.